Hello you lovely people again, and I came out today even in the rain to make some content because it's been a while since I put a video up. And today is about missed opportunities and almosts. I'll find a place to sit down a bit. Not there, it's a bit too muddy. Meaning, you know, life is full of almosts. Have you noticed? And where we say, I almost made it, I almost said it, I almost had it. And not taking those opportunities that sometimes we've had the good fortune to come across. But unfortunately, good opportunities don't come around that often in my life. And you know, I look at my almosts as not failures, but as proof of my willingness, to do something. And I think by coming to the Philippines, I didn't do what almost come, I did. And many people do this, and it's not just about the Philippines, guys, it's about everywhere and anything. It can be about anything. Like, I almost had that job, I almost said this to a beautiful girl, but I didn't have the nerve to do it. I almost made it, but at least you're having them feelings of you're almost. So don't look at them as failures. Look at them as opportunities, perhaps, of your willingness to make a change. And the West, for me, guys, when I was in the West, even when I was married to my first wife, and I used to go on holiday to Spain and Greece and Turkey and Portugal, all these places. And I was one of these people who said, one day, I will live in a place like this. And then people say, well, it's a holiday. It's different to living somewhere. And yes, it is. I totally agree with that. But what I used to do on holiday wasn't typical touristy things, where I didn't really go to the markets, I didn't really go on these excursions, I never had an itinerary. I just used to go and just chill out, relax, take a look at the local culture, meet with the local people. And that's what I loved. So for me, living in a place what's not my home country, I adapted very quickly. I really did adapt very, very quickly and with ease. I didn't find it difficult. But the West or the UK was killing me. It was killing my soul. I was losing interest. And I was losing interest in going out. I was losing interest in what I was finding, or what I did find, what made me happy. My hobbies were disappearing. I wasn't going out fishing as much as I used to because of the cold weather. And I was finding that I was spending more time in the house, not doing anything. And I made a decision, and this decision was, right, I'm not going to die in the UK. I'm not going to live the rest of my life in the UK. Because I knew if I did, guys, because when you start losing interest in things, your body starts dying. And I don't mean this in a bad way, I mean it's true. That's why many people who retire, when they just sit at home watching TV, they tend to deteriorate so quickly. And although I was working at the time, I was still finding myself that this is just not good enough for me. It's not what I want to do. I'm not enjoying this life. And I wasn't going to keep doing these almost. I almost went and lived in a foreign country. I almost did it. I did it. And as you know, guys, people who've been following me, I did it without a pension. I did it without lots of savings. I did it because I wanted to do it. And I was determined that this time I wasn't going to fail. And I think if you set your mind like that, you will not fail. You know, failure isn't sometimes an option. It's not some, you know, people say failure's not an option. Well, sometimes it is an option. And, you know, many people come to the Philippines or to any country except their own, excuse me, and they decide that can't live here, too noisy, the infrastructure is bad. Look, I'm getting soaking wet doing this content, but it's worth it, guys, because it was on my mind and I just wanted to get it out there. Well, how many of you people can truly say where you're living now, you are totally happy? Sure, there's going to be many of you, but I'm just as sure there is going to be equally, if not more, of you who will say, you know what, like, I'm not really happy. I'm not saying by coming to a foreign country you're going to be happy, but it's something that you want to do. And when you want to do something, you tend to do it well. When you don't want to do something, you don't do it well. And I didn't want to be in the UK. And I was just vegetating. I was, guys, really, I was vegetating. And I was just spending time doing nothing. Wasting my life. Wasting opportunities that I could be having somewhere else. And I just purely wasn't prepared to waste any of my time back there in the UK, where I wasn't happy. I was just there vegetating, if you like. And also, guys, you know, I think, you know, with all those almost that we have, or certainly all the almost that I had, I think it just reminds me of the courage that it takes to, you know, to make a change, to dream, you know, to care, and then finally to then act on it, which I did. And do you know something, guys? I don't like the Philippines as much as I did when I first came. I love it even more. And this is 8 years later. I've been here for 8 years. And I love this place more now than I did when I first came. And guys, listen. I came here without financial stability, really. I didn't come with a pension. I didn't come with a great amount of savings. But what I came with was heart and determination, that I was convincing myself that I was moving to better my life. Or I was doing something to better my life. And I have. I have, guys, and you can do it too. We can all do something to better what we want to be and to better what we want to do. Right or wrong, guys, make it strong. And opportunities don't come round that often. They really don't. And the older we get, the less opportunities we seem to be, that seem to be on the table. So take those opportunities, guys. It doesn't mean about moving to the Philippines. It can be about anything. It's being bit on the toe by a mosquito. Bit on the head by a mosquito the other day as well. All part and parcel of a tropical country. So just do it. Just do that thing that's going to improve your life. Whether it be making a new life somewhere else, or whether it be talking to that girl who you wanted to talk to for a long time but you never did. You know, I almost spoke to her. Do it. Because if you don't do something, then you'll never know. You will never know. And I'm so happy that I'm not in the West anymore. I am so happy I'm not there. I don't miss it whatsoever. I don't miss anything about living in the West, apart from fish and chips. But I catch fish here sometimes when I go out, and I do make fish and chips, but it's not as good. Don't know why. Probably the oil that they use and the batter that they also use. But that doesn't matter. That's a small little, that's a small thing. It's not a major thing. So yes, people, do something that you want to do. Chickens are as well, you know, the cockerels, they still get on my nerves a little bit. They do, but not enough to make me want to move. And I would much rather be out here than in the city. Really, I would, with all of the pollution, the noise, the smell. And in the city, there's always more poverty. Believe it or not, you know, you see more beggars and homeless people in the cities. Here, I haven't seen any beggars here at all. Yeah, there's poverty here, but everyone seems to work here and get on with life, you know, and they seem to have a damn good time doing it with, you know, what little money they have. So yeah, people, you're getting back to the West almost killed me. It did, because I was just vegetating. I wasn't doing anything. I was just wasting life, wasting the years. The years were going by, just by and by and by. One more year gone, another year gone. Didn't do anything about it, but now I finally have. My little boy's playing up. I'll show you my little boy, guys. You know who he is. What are you doing, son? Yay! There he is, look. Yes, we're going to go opinion. So I'm going to go, guys, with that, and I will speak to you next time. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, please subscribe, hit the notification button, and share the video. Thank you so much.